In a world of shortcuts, we choose the long road. Where others seek hacks, we build habits. Where comfort is king, we crown discipline. Welcome to the discipline theory, mastering habits, unlocking potential. This isn't a story about productivity or dopamine detoxes or waking up at 5 a.m. This is about discipline when the body breaks, when pain is your shadow, and the finish line is death itself. This is about what happens when discipline meets cancer. It begins with silence, not the peaceful kind, the kind that crushes you. A doctor's eyes lock onto yours. He says words you thought belonged in movies. You have cancer. And in that moment, the old you dies. What replaces it is not courage. It's not clarity. It's confusion. And then discipline is born out of necessity. Because if you don't hold yourself together, you fall apart. Most of us live pretending we're in control. Our schedules, our careers, our bodies. But cancer doesn't care. It laughs at your to-do list. It cancels your plans. Discipline now isn't about optimizing time. It's about surviving moments. It's brushing your teeth when the taste of blood makes you gag. It's walking when your knees scream. Control dies. But showing up, that's still yours. You want to run, but there's nowhere to go. The pain follows you. The fear wraps itself around your throat. Most people escape into noise, scrolling, drugs, denial. But cancer forces silence, and in that silence the disciplined don't numb. They feel every scream, every tear, every second of why me, because pain that's felt can be transformed, but pain that's avoided becomes your cage. There will be days when the floor is the only place that feels honest, when your body is no longer yours, just a battlefield. Chemotherapy, radiation, nausea, insomnia, and still you move. Not because you're motivated, not because you're brave, but because you've made a vow. I will not abandon myself. Discipline isn't heroic. It's quiet, it's ugly, it's vomiting, and then walking 5 steps anyway. It's pain and persistence. Every single day. Cancer teaches the deepest discipline, the discipline of letting go. Letting go of the perfect body, letting go of guarantees, letting go of who you thought you'd become. And in that surrender, you find a strange truth. You begin to live, not for later, but for now. You laugh deeper, you love harder, you waste nothing. Because when death breathes on your neck, you learn what really matters. But what if you're not the one with cancer? What if it's your partner, your parent, your friend? Discipline takes a new shape. It's holding space without fixing. It's listening without giving advice. It's staying, even when their body changes. It's choosing love when your heart is breaking. The disciplined don't run from pain. They walk through it together. Cancer ends many things, but it also begins something rare. Legacy. Not in money, not in fame, but in how you carried yourself through fire. That is discipline's ultimate form. Not just surviving, but transforming. Turning pain into presence. Turning fear into wisdom. Turning death into a mirror. What you see in that mirror, that's who you really are. What are you when your job no longer matters? When your appearance fades? When you can't do what you used to do? Cancer is not just physical, it's existential. It strips you, your titles, your confidence, your self-image. This is ego death, and discipline now becomes the ability to stay centered in the storm. You are not your hair. You are not your resume. You are not your body. You are what remains when everything else is burned away. Discipline isn't always big. It's small, rituals in the ruins, drinking tea even when food is unbearable, stretching even when your joints feel like fire, reading one page when your mind is fog. These aren't just routines, they're rebellion. The body may be broken, but the spirit, it refuses to rot. Discipline becomes the quiet anthem of survival, a whisper saying, I am still here. Before cancer, time is currency. You spend it carelessly. After cancer, time becomes sacred. Every hour is heavy, every minute loud. Discipline now means choosing how to spend your final chapters. No more distractions, no more fake conversations. You become painfully honest with others, with yourself, and that honesty, it becomes a kind of liberation. Not every cancer story ends in death, but all of them end in transformation. The disciplined don't just recover, they are reborn, wiser, slower, more awake. They don't go back to normal, because normal was an illusion. They walk forward with scars, and with eyes that see differently. This is the discipline of rebirth, not a return, but a rising. Discipline is not a six-pack, it's not a schedule. It's the way you show up when life breaks your bones. Cancer reveals a truth most of us never see. That pain is the gate to presence. That death is not the end, it's the mirror. If you walk through that fire with discipline, you don't just survive, you awaken. This is the discipline theory. Master your habits, change your life, even when that life is almost over.